Alright guys, Homestead know-how, life is good. So we have our DIY feeder that we made out of a 5-gallon bucket. Of course, we put the 2x4 or the 2x6 down here, screwed the pan to it. So obviously the bucket comes from Lowe's, we don't get sponsored by them. The pan comes from Rural King because it's what was open. And you can use scrap stuff for this. Alright, so we're going to put some layer crumbles in it, and we'll see how well it dispenses. And these layer crumbles came from Rural King as well. I bought them at the same time that I bought pans. So here we go. We got our bag. Dump it in. Dusty. Alright. So that was almost 5 gallons. 5-gallon bucket. It's a 50-pound bag. So you can get roughly, 25-30 pounds probably in a 5-gallon bucket. And then I'm gonna work it down here, and as you can see, when they peck at it, I may need to make those holes a little bigger actually, guys. I'll tell you, I think I'm gonna have to maybe make those holes a little bigger. So anyways, we'll experiment a little more with it. It's not really coming out like I want it to, so we may end up that's kind of deep down there for them to have to stick their head, which they can do it obviously, but we might look at making the holes a little bigger. Probably just do it with my pocket knife. So, and we'll see how that works. Alright guys, Homestead know-how, life is good. So we've got our feeder here, and we've modified it. And I'm going to merge these two videos together. I'm not very good at all that stuff yet. But, so this is our feeder that we made. So what I did is I did make the openings a little bit bigger with my pocket knife. Probably wasn't really necessary, honestly. Because what happens is, as they eat, wherever it is they eat from, when it's, when it falls away, and I'm just going to take my hand, try to do it so you can see it, and I'm going to just move this stuff out of the way. And these are layer crumbles. So you can see how it automatically comes back. Alright. The only thing that I would say that I might do different is I did four holes this time. So basically here, straight across from here, and then straight across from here. If I do another one, what I'll probably do is I'll probably add 4 more holes. So I'll have one here, one here, one here, one here, then here, 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 and here. And that way it'll, you can see it's filled the pan up, but, it'll fill it up better that way. So, something you could add to this that I might actually end up doing is you can take this lid and you can screw, like a piece of plywood or a real thick piece of hard plastic, or, just anything that would, actually what would work really well is the bottom of a 50-gallon drum would work really well if you had one of those that you've cut open and used for something. But you take that 50-gallon drum, you screw this lid, screw a board to the drum, screw this lid through to the board, and then it would hang over your pan, out this way, pretty good size, and that would help keep, if it's just sitting out, it would help keep rainwater and stuff out of it. So, something to think about there. We might do that on the next video. Alright guys, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to go set this out with the Rhode Island Reds. And actually, I'll tell you what, why don't I'll just take it with me. Just carry it, set it out here. Get the basement door shut. Alright, we'll just go over here. Go inside the fence. Alright, set that over. Alright, so here we are looking at the chicken pen. And we'll just carry our bucket. So we got our 5-gallon bucket that we use to make a feeder out of with the bottom pan on it. Carrying it over here to the chickens. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna hop over the gate. Probably need to quit doing that, but it'll be alright. So here's our Rhode Island Reds. We're in behind a fence panel that we've got leaned up. We was gonna do some stuff here and never did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it right up underneath this umbrella. And I'm gonna rearrange this. Alright. And then I'm just gonna take, because this is a good way for us to keep it dry. And they can get to it with these. Alright. So now we'll step back and see if they partake. If I don't scare them first. Alright, so here we go. Now they're checking it out. Checking it out. See, right now they're looking to see what was underneath that feeder block. So they're coming. Rhode Island Reds are coming over. What are those?
Well, Rhode Island Reds.
Yeah? Are they roosters?
Yes.
You sure they're roosters?
Yes.
I don't think so. Roosters don't lay eggs, do they?
Yes, they do.
No, hens lay eggs.
Hens do.
Alright, so we've got one over there. There you go. Eating out of it. Of course, this one's eating the stuff off the ground there that fell off that feeder block. So I got 2 over there eating out of it. So, cheap and easy feeder. The hens like it. I'm sure the roosters would like it. You know, you could do this for ducks. Honestly, if you wanted to, you know, you could probably do this for a couple goats, you know, if you had them. Of course, they'd probably continually eat it until they, you know, blew up. But, yeah, so the chickens are liking it. Enjoying their new DIY feeder from a 5-gallon bucket and a pan that I screwed to the bottom of it. Simple, easy to do, not a lot of time involved. And the good thing about this is you can put 25 pounds of feed in this bucket. So it saves you time on having to feed. You don't have to be filling a little pan like this over here. You know, feel, I mean, look at the difference in size. Tiny, big. All right, and look at them, they're loving it. One thing I might somehow come up with is maybe something to hold the handle up out of the way. I notice the one hen keeps hitting the head on it, but that's something they'll get used to. So, all right, guys, let's go get a different angle. See if we can walk around here without spooking them. Walk around here without spooking them. I'm gonna try to step back. There you go. There, see? Eating right out of it. And I think my son just went over here and checked for eggs. Don't know that there was any. If there was, I don't think there was because he wasn't hooping and hollering. No eggs. So real quick, my wife looks out the window this morning and she says, "Are those 2 hens in the old rabbit hutch?" And I said, "Well, they shouldn't be." So apparently, one of my boys, or 2 of them, decided that they was going to open it and put the hens in and then close it back. So they was in here all night last night. So we didn't have any eggs in there either. So I'm not real sure. I don't even know if there's any eggs down here. Oh, nope, no eggs down there. So anyways, they were in there and I had to get them out this morning. Wasn't expecting that. So, all right, guys, one more look at the feeder here. One more look at the feeder. There we go. And the hens are gathered around it. So, all right, Homestead Know-How, life is good. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Y'all have a blessed day.